up, so time is going to show us exactly what's going to happen here. Ash versus Toxic. This is the. I think there's only two more matches left in this group. So let's see how this one goes. As we start with Toxic and the red pickup.
Yeah, very good start by Toxic. He picks up a red armor and a shaft and a railgun, so most of the main weapons. While Ash, he does not have a railgun, but he has both a rocket launcher and a shaft. So he needs to be careful. He needs to be careful, especially because Toxic shaft is very strong, but he does way more damage there, which is great. So he's gonna pick up this red, and now Ash has a pretty easy way to pick up this mega health. He needs to be careful because Toxic is very unpredictable and he can do a lot of damage there. So if he's gonna be able to get out of this situation without losing too much stack, like he probably did, then this next red should be his.
Wow, he created or suicided in some way. Ash will pick up the red armor, and that's going to mean that he is now 2 frags ahead already within a minute. So Ash, things are going well for him, but oh, wow, that was very nice by Toxic there. Right onto the feet of Ash as he picked up the railgun. So Ash is just getting all the weapons he needs into his arsenal. And now he speeds his way, hits Toxic in the back with a very potent stream of lightning. That's going to deal a lot of damage. Now he's kind of trapped at the red, but he's already did enough there. He's going to have Toxic really nervous and sweating because of how low he's going to be after that exchange. So Ash is still running the show right now on this map on Cure, but let's see if Toxic can somehow pull some maybe genius positioning and aiming.
Yeah, let's see where he is. Toxic standing at the yellow armor area. He only has 75 armor, so and it's quite unfortunate that he does this because he's both mega and red armor are spawning at the same time, so it could have been a good opportunity with a better position to kind of slow down Ash in one zone and then made sure that he could have picked up at least one of those 2 items, but didn't really work out for him. So he has a good stack right now. Yeah. He has a good stack, and unfortunately Ash has almost 200.
He has to catch him. That's really the thing.
I think Toxic is not going to go for this. He's just going to leave the armor once again. He's going to make sure that he doesn't get hit and try to build his stack for the next mega, and then position himself better. Like now he can do, oh, this is perfect for him. Now if he can engage, so much damage. That's very good for Toxic. That was exactly what he was looking for.
And now he can just try to power on through. He's won the big item. He's put himself at a decisive stack advantage, even if it's by 51 to 100 points of health and armor collectively. That is enough for him, and he can just find his way in as soon as there is an opening, and doesn't care too much for this yellow.
He needs to be fast. I mean, he's losing way too much time on this, and right now I don't think going from the heights the right way. This is what I'm talking about. Some decisions of Toxic are not perfect. See, now he lost the control. Well, he shouldn't have done that. Now he's gonna give a chance to Ash to put himself again in a better spot to take this mega L. This is a very big mistake, just because like he wanted to, you know, be too cautious, precautious.
Be too cautious, be too passive, and it's almost like, you know, he's almost engineering these situations where he does get an advantage, then throws it away, allows himself to stack up a bit more, but then his opponents to stack up more, then to just have an aim fight again, and that's just not a great way to operate. And 2 to -1, 4 minutes into this, and Toxic is yet to really find a good way onto Ash. And you know, every time I've seen Ash stream, I swear, every single time he's been playing this map as well, I think he's been putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into bringing to his skill sets a very strong Cure game, and it does seem to be the case right now. He does definitely have a great idea of what he's doing, and Toxic has yet to really even dent his stack at the moment. So here we go. He's going to attack onto this red armor position, which is where Toxic currently is. He wants to push Toxic away from this, not give him anything at all. And there you go. He gets pushed back to the mega. Look at that rail. Beautiful from Ash. And what can Toxic really hope to do at this stage? He gets railed long range. He has to go pick up health, armor again, and it's a free mega now for Ash.
He has to do exactly like he did at the start. He has to go back, try to play defensive without taking too much damage, play with maybe with a railgun from far away, but make sure that he takes the yellow, this green armor, and stack up and go back to at least 200 armor. That's his way. And I mean, he has such a good aim. He could, you know, start shooting rails from far away when Ash will jump to Mega Health or go to red armor. He can quite create different kind of styles. He needs to be careful now. He did a quite good amount of damage, but not enough to take down Ash, and unfortunately lost all his stock too, and now he's gonna go for this ray gun.
He's got to go for the kill,
more. Oh my
wow,
god, 3 rails in a row. This is perfect
Amazing.
for Tox. He's gonna take this red now. He needs to be fast, he needs to be careful. Oh, Ash went to the shaft much
Oh, but
faster.
he's toxic, and he hits 2 in a row on the defense. And my goodness, that was the only way out of that situation.
Yeah,
like
it was.
you said. And he hits more. He's just going to keep going for it. Oh, man, Toxic.
Needs
balls
to be
the
careful
wall
here.
aggression,
Oh,
but
that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
Too ambitious.
I was expecting Ash to be still with the shaft, and unfortunately, he is switched. This is a very good. Let's see who's gonna have the better spawn, and Ash has the. I know, well, maybe not, because he's gonna go straight for the yellow. Where's Toxic?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
run straight
Tox,
into him.
no, that's so unfortunate as well. Mega Health is still up. Let's see if Tox manages to catch him while he's jumping down.
There you go.
yeah.
Ash is just outclassing him totally here, and it does seem like he doesn't know what to do with his control when he has had it. And every time it seems like Ash, that the fight is on Ash's terms pretty much, and that's really not the way to operate here. Ash is going to pick up another frag easily here, 7-0, and Toxic now has 3 minutes left to make 7 frags. It's the way things have been going. It's not looking like that's going to happen very easily. But Ash is pretty low right now. He's only got 50 armor. And Mega and Red are both spawning. Ash is trying to work out which one is Toxic going to go for. Here he has to go for the red, and that's perfect for Toxic. He's going to gun him down, and that's the Mega as well. So Toxic, this is his one chance. He has to build momentum here, and he's got to take it all the way to the tied game, or he's done. He hasn't got time to mess this opportunity up. And there he goes, straight in, straight on top of Ash. And LG coming out, rocket switch, not going to be good. There it is, the rail, beautiful from out of the water. He peeks up his little head and connects that long range, beautiful. And now he just has to keep it going, keep that pressure on, keep that momentum on. And it's good. Teleporter. This is really what Toxic is really good at. Just
yeah, but see, now he's
gonna
be too aggressive, and he's gonna lose the position that on the main item. See, where's Ash? Is he gonna go to Mega? Yes, and he picked it up. So I don't think Toxic has a strong idea of the timing, because why would you see? Why is he going to Mega now?
Yeah.
I mean, he played it perfectly there. That was his chance to get back into this game. Probably he's gonna get even the frag now because of his aim and how well. Well, the weapon selection was not perfect. So 82 for Ash. Still calling some mistake from Toxic's side.
Yeah, I think that's quite fair. And here he goes right now to try and punish Ash for picking up that Mega, but instead it's going to be Ash the one who's going to punish Toxic. And there's red up on the spot, but Ash can't go for it. He absolutely can't really... Well, okay, I'm totally wrong. Toxic decides to back away completely. And that's the red for Ash. I guess Toxic was a bit too low there. Looked like he was probably 50 or below on the health, no armor. So
yeah, and I think that right now Toxic is giving Ash the motivation and the confidence that could actually beat him. I think Ash at the start was a little bit... afraid of Tox. So, I mean, if Tox doesn't start timing and if he doesn't start playing duels more aggressive, I mean, I don't think he will ever be able to beat any of these guys, even if his aim is so great. So,
like he'll be able to keep it close but never really win, sort of story. That grenade!
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah. A frag movie, right?
Yeah, that would have been amazing. I love it. So 30 seconds left. Looks like Ash is going to take Cure, the first map between these two guys. Pretty convincingly overall. Looked like he had a much better grip of how to play it. But next map is going to be something Toxic's more familiar with, which is Furious Heights. And that's his choice as well. So Furious Heights for Toxic. It's map number 2 as the rails fly for Ash. And there you go. So Furious Heights, I'd say that Ash has still a great opportunity to win there. It's going to be, of course, a lot harder for him than this one.
Yeah.
And you can see on the scoreboard, Toxic did almost 1,000 more damage. Like almost, I think, like 9,000 more damage for Toxic.
Yeah, but I mean, Toxic aim is great, and I think that
1,000 more.
he can. Yeah.
I said 9,000 more, but never mind. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, around 800. But I mean, I really think that he can play much better than this. Probably he hasn't played for a really long time, so it's totally understandable.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and he's still giving us good games and great action, but at the same time, I kind of believe that if he's gonna start playing really basic, he can still win.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... The thing is, like, there's a lot to be said for the cooler ABC game, which is pretty much what you're talking about. Just nail down the fundamentals. And look at this. What is this spawn? Insanity, the pummel coming out. It's Ash's best choice. And rare spawn.
Yeah, rare. I mean, no, you always have to be very careful when you spawn at the nades to make sure that the enemy is either on one side or on the other and take the opposite way. So right now, Toxic with a small advantage, but unfortunately, Ash spawned at the Mega Ult, so he managed to pick it up. And if Toxic mistimed the red armor there, or I don't even know why he jumped down. So now Ash with the control, and next yellow spawning soon, and then the Mega Ult.
Yeah, it's a pretty fast turnaround off of such a great start. So Ash is going to really be happy about that. So he's going to spy his way onto the Mega. Look at that, beautiful from Toxic there.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 health left. That's really lucky for Ash. One more cell and he's dead. And he does get away onto the red. So
yeah, his aim is very, very good. So he should keep doing and playing normally. Just if you have problems remembering the timing, just cycle the item. But at least remember which item spawns first, and then just play ABC game. Just try to stay focused into the game. So this is perfect for him. Even if he lost the red armor to Ash, he has a lead. He knows, at least I remember, there is a yellow armor spawning in the lower part of the Mega area. So see, this is bad. You're losing time. You're not supposed to do that. Just take the Mega Ult, go down. We should have picked up the yellow. He doesn't, but he's gonna go for this red, and he's probably gonna pick up the kill if he doesn't take too much damage.
Yeah, and Toxic now is definitely in a very solid state. But the thing is that he's shown us that sometimes he just makes these crazy errors, and that's when you can give away a really strong move like this, stack-wise. One false move, it means 2 direct rockets, and you're kind of done for your stack. So hoping that Toxic doesn't make any weird moves. And like you say, just plays ABC simple. He's got the aim to back it up. He's got all the skill sets. I mean, he's insanely good. And in the past, his
this is good. This is good. Very good move by Toxic. He stepped back from the Mega room, and now he managed to pick up both the items and get the frag as well. So Ash is gonna call pause.
That dive from Ash was pretty interesting.
Toxic is lagging.
Yeah.
Prepare to fight.
Some Toxic lag.
3, 2.
He seems okay with it. But yeah, that dive from Ash onto the red seemed a bit weird. Not sure about it, but let's see what happens now. Ash, some good defensive railing, hits 2. One more could be really not. He needs one more. Doesn't quite get it. So there's going to be the red now for Toxic. He can still go super aggressive if he manages to get his body on that red, but he's going to go for a slower option, more defensive option there instead.
Yeah, he picked up the shaft shards, which he really needs, and he set up a very good ambush to Ash. He's going to pick up another frag. This yellow is going to be late for Mega Ult, so it's going to be maybe important for him to hit a few shots, but Ash is not even there, so Mega Ult for free, and Toxic needs to run fast. The next red armor, he's losing too much time. Just leave it there. Why? Well, Ash is not timing perfectly either, so Toxic with still a very good stack. And he's gonna move on and probably take this frag too. Look at the damage. That shaft is just amazing, 43%, while Ash is only 14.
That's a laughable difference.
Yeah, let's go back to Toxic.
Alright, so it's looking pretty easy for Toxic so far. It's a reverse of Cure, and this is kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say this was expected at all. Ash is really having a hard time right now against the insane aim of Toxic, because he's really not being faltering. He's running around the map like Cypher at the moment. Just like, look at
Wow. That's very good.
yeah.
That's the Toxic we know. So
Yeah.
I really think that Toxic should not overplay it, you know. He should not try to go crazy on the plays, especially if he hasn't played for a really long time. He should just play carefully, just try to keep a pretty simple and easy control, and then just go for these shots. See, I mean, he never almost missed, so that's his perfect style for him for this tournament, I think.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the case.
Very
Toxic
nice.
is just beasting, absolutely beasting it now. 10-1. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a quick forfeit from Ash soon in the next minute or so.
Yeah.
Because this is looking like, I mean, as a player, sometimes you run into like your opponent, and he's just everything you like. You try to do stuff, and every time you actually try to execute, you just get completely shut down. And so you try something else, then you get shut down. You try something else, you get shut down.
Look at
And
that. He's not missing a rail.
It's
Great.
insane. And look how defensive he is now, and it just took no damage there. He's so efficient. The amount of damage he's output is just crazy good. And Toxic definitely having the time of his life right now on Furious Heights. And there's more rails. I mean, he's hitting the groove. And look, Ash just killed himself there.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, I guess a little bit of frustration since Toxic is hitting everything. He's not missing a rail. Look at that.
Just unbelievable there. Well, it's not really unbelievable, it's Toxic.
Yeah, the Toxinator just woke up, I guess.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Let's see, where are we at now? There you go,
GG.
so 68% rail. Ash is going to call it, and Toxic is going to crush his way through Furious Heights, which does mean we go to Lost World. There's no rail on Lost World.
Yeah, but that doesn't really mean much. We'll see a very, well, if nothing crazy happens at the start, I think we're going to see Toxic playing a very different style than the other players. Very calm, not taking any risk at all, spamming a lot, and using the rocket launcher and shaft at his own advantage on key points on the map. So
Yeah,
it's going to be very hard for Ash to kill him. But then again, I might be mistaken, but from what I remember, Tox on the M13 is very hard to kill. So
Here we go. He is a defensive beast in this on Quake Live, so okay, that's never good. We can restart, I guess, but then again,
what happened?
it's a bit sketchy.
Phone?
What?
You sure? Okay.
Prepare to fight.
Oh man, this is
3,
okay.
2,
We're getting in the game.
1.
Here we go. Straight on to that rocket launcher. He
Very,
goes.
very bad spawn for Toxic here. He's gonna lose the upper yellow armor, the mega health, but Ash left the red armor up for Toxic, which is quite weird, I would say. But I guess that gave him the momentum to go on and pick up the shaft and be on the upper level of the map, which is always a plus.
And Ash has everything, man. He's really stacked. He's got. He can take that yellow if he wants to, but he's got everything he needs. He's going to get out on center map. I like this approach to taking this yellow. Mega's coming up. Does he have time on it? He should. And it's up.
Probably, but he just left it to Toxic.
But he should have heard it get taken. He's
Probably,
right
yeah.
above.
Probably, yeah.
So they're both pretty evenly stacked.
So Toxic, I mean, if he managed to keep the mega health timing, he's gonna play a very unique style, I think, on the M13.
Like this, no one ever camps here.
Yeah.
No one ever does. This is
Yeah,
the,
he's
this is the
he's so confident in his aim that he's just gonna try to ambush you. He's just gonna try to make sure that you don't expect him to attack from that certain position, and he's gonna deal so much damage. So he just gave his position away, but he's keeping the mega health timing, which is very important for him.
There you go. Bit of damage coming in onto Toxic there from Ash. Ash really needs to bring this one home and take down the Toxinator on this map.
Yeah.
And, creeping around the
Let's
corners
see
is Tox.
Ash.
They don't really know where they are. Ash is over at the Mega, and you can see he's maxed out for armor, really. He's got some shards there. He doesn't really care about it. It's all about Mega. And here
Yeah.
we go. Where's Tox? He needs to be attacking this Mega.
I think he's just gonna. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna leave it. Instead, he just attacked it and he gets it, which is really important. And 2 very good rockets on Ash, and he's gonna take advantage of stack as well. Red armor is gonna spawn, He picks it up, and now Toxic has a better control and a better stack than Ash.
Yeah, he definitely needed that. That was a really key play to bully Ash away from that mega health. And now Ash is heavily on the back foot, whereas before he was quite even with Toxic. So now Toxic has more control of the map, and Ash is crazy, man. This can only result in him taking damage, and I can't see him returning much. Look at the Matrix dodge. Toxic didn't get hit by one.
Yeah, it's really hard to get hit by plasma shots from that far away. And now Tox has both the Mega Health and the red armor up. I think he should just rocket jump up now and keep that solid control. He doesn't really have to go down and take the red. He has 163 armor, and that is just perfect for him.
Toxic is trying to ambush. He really wants to get this frag, and I'm not surprised. This is his moment where he's got an advantage. That's when you want to get the frag, when you got the...
Yeah, the yellows are up, and I think Toxic should just create some sort of ambush for Ash. I think he's even thinking about it right now. The red armor has been up for at least 50 seconds now. I think this is a very bad spot for Toxic to engage, so he's just gonna leave the red armor. Let's see if Ash is going to pick it up. He's going for it, so...
It's one of those spots where Toxic is in, where it's...
Yeah, but Toxic doesn't even care about it, you know. He wants to make sure that his position is always better than his opponent.
That's good. I mean, it could be one of those spots where, like you were saying before, you could try too hard to get the frag. Yeah, then you give up positioning on items, and then boom, you've lost control. Boom, you die.
Yeah, but this is bad for Toxic. Right now, we lost his position to Mega Health, but Ash did not expect that.
But he does save himself. The rockets, the defensive rockets are good.
Yeah.
Toxic has to make sure he keeps position. He does. That's good. And he's going to fall back onto the Mega, and a res up on spot 2. Ash, will he go for it though? Ash must see it. It's up, so Ash could very well go for it, but in fact he decides not to and does damage instead. I don't know. And the yellow is up for Ash too. He's going to grab that. And everything's spawning in like 15 seconds right now, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes right now, because the Mega is again going to be a really important point contestation, but that rocket was very strong. This could give Ash confidence to move out on center map with LG. There it is. It's exactly what he needed to do. And trying to hit the plasmas. Is connecting some bullets this time, but the rockets are very strong from Toxic. Everything's up on the spot. Ash has to be proactive now.
5-minute warning.
He can't be passive.
If it was Toxic, I would have probably taken the same decision. Step back, take Mega and Red Armor, and just leave the yellows to the opponent. Toxic still with a better control. It's 5 minutes into the game, and Toxic playing a little bit better than Ash.
I really thought Ash had a chance to get in on the red there, or at least. But he just backed away after doing so much damage, and now Toxic's in a good spot again. Still 0-0 over half-time, and the grenades spamming everywhere. Toxic is in good positions, and he keeps taking items as well. Red armor's up for him too, and Ash is going to be out. And these plays from Ash kind of suck, because it's like, he's out on the map, and then he takes like 50 damage and then backs away again. It's like he doesn't do anything with it. So those kinds of plays are really inefficient. So he's going to make sure he stops doing stuff like that. And this is going to be a death, surely. Great first rocket from Toxic. Unfortunately, doesn't really follow it up. But here is the second opportunity at that frag, and surely Ash will die. He tries to make the fight on the 50, but it's not going to happen. And the time of death there is very unfortunate, because look, Mega red, and he's golden.
Yeah, I mean, if Toxic keep playing like this and keep timing, not playing like he did on Cure, he's very deadly. He's a beast. So
yeah. He is definitely quite the beast. And the thing is, with a lead like this, he can quite easily maintain this for quite a while. And he catches Ash. This is something that you can't really let happen. We've seen Ash get caught. I think who was it against Pony that he was playing? And he got, it was against Pony. He got caught there 3 times in that spot where Toxic just caught him in the same way, where he just doesn't expect an opponent to be there. And that's like a really common spot to intercept. You rocket jump up and you creep around the corner. And that's what happens. So Pony Ash getting caught off just like he did against Pony, but against Toxic this time. So we see 4-0, and now Toxic's really starting to have a scary lead right now. And this could be match right now. But there's 3 minutes left for Ash to try to remedy this situation.
Yeah, Toxin is doing really well right now. 5-0, only 3 minutes left on the clock. Mega Health and Red Armor spawning at the same time. I think Toxic is gonna go for this Mega and then try to do as much damage as possible. He's gonna go down to the red, and Ash is trying to get damage on Toxic, but that is not enough. Toxic stack, it's so big. It's like it's probably gonna get this frag as well. So 6-0, Toxic's that rocket jump meant basically nothing. 7-0 is extending his lead very well.
Yeah, this is getting from bad to worse for Ash, and he doesn't seem able right now to really have much to work with to actually facilitate some kind of comeback. He needs items, and Mega's up, but the rocket jump for Toxic gives him positioning. He's going to go for the fight here. Wow, amazing rockets there from Ash. He does manage to get that, leaving the Mega up actually, which is quite interesting.
Let's see.
Quite smart actually.
Yeah, Toxic wants to go for the fight and take away the 50 health from Ash, which was a really good move, but the other 50 health of the rocket launcher was up. So now Ash with 150 health because he rocket jump up. He's gonna try, and Toxic lags. Let's pause the game really fast. Dang.
Ah, the lag.
Okay.
But even with lag, he's got 90 seconds, so it's going to be really hard.
I think this could have been a frag, but you never know with Toxic aim what could have happened. He hit a direct rocket on him, so let's see what... Okay, 7-2. 7-2, I mean, Toxic needs to get on the right mindset. It's 1 minute and a half left on the clock. He has a very good chance of, you know, taking home this game, even if he lost completely the control. He needs to slow down his game. Right now he's just waiting for like 30 seconds down there, and then losing a frag could still be a good option. He has 50 arm, which is fine, but if it was only like 2 frags difference or even one, I will never hide myself there, because it's one of the you will die. It's one of the worst spots. So, but it's good to hide because you don't make any sound, and the opponent, you know. So he lost a good 25-30 seconds there, which is more than good. So at the moment, Toxic is gonna try and play as defensive as possible, and I don't think Ash has enough time to tie up this game. So Toxic probably going to win 2-1.
He's done enough. He's finding the various hidey spots on the map, and like you said, those spots, it's like you will die, but it's about killing time rather than actual survival, where there are other spots which are better for actual survival. But there you go, gets found by Ash, but close range shotgun. That's so much damage actually.
Yeah.
So Ash, even kills Ash with shotgun, man. That's the Toxic we know and love. But there you go, that's going to be Toxic then, who will be the victor over Ash. So brilliant play from him. In fact, we have, let's see, 2 more matches left in this group. Then we move over to the semi-finals, the playoff bracket.
Yeah, Toxic has to win against Pony to kinda secure himself into the semi-finals. Evil already won 2 matches, so I think that Evil is gonna almost be sure to be and pass the group stages. And then we have Ash, who lost already 2 matches. So I think it's gonna be between Pony and Tox. Whoever wins the next match probably is going to pass the groups. Yeah.
So that means, okay, Evil versus Ash. That's going to be our next game, guys. We're going to hit up a very quick break. Remember to follow us. Buttons right there. If you are enjoying the content, if you like Quake Live, or if you just love FACEIT, then hit that button and show us the love. And we'll be right back after this break for more Quake Live action, Evil versus Ash. See you very shortly.